Welcome in, everybody. A little late start today. Usually try to have this at 7 o'clock. Got wrapped up in some things, but I'm here, and so are you guys. Welcome in, everybody. Everybody's getting that I am awesome. It's act like we're gonna do a giveaway of filament or something. First time, good to know. 1, 2, 3, 4. You are awesome. And we'll see how extra awesome you are at the end of the show here. It's not a show, it's just stream. At the end of the stream, if you win some filament. This is international. If there's any new people in here, it doesn't matter where you're at, type in I am awesome in chat. We have figured out just Twitch side is working right now. I am going to change up the giveaway. Right now we use StreamYards and that hinders us because there's some issues now with YouTube. But another story for another day. Or we'll get into it at some point during this stream. So, how is everybody doing today? Let me get all this stuff pulled up. Okay, cool. We got that in there. Everybody doing good tonight? Oh yeah, I want to make sure I wasn't muted. Bum bum bum. Dun 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 dun. Good evening, Tech Jeeper. DJ Midnight Wolf, you are Iron Man. You could be. What's the age-old question? Has anyone ever seen you and Iron Man in the same room at the same time? No? Then it's not impossible. Sean Doan, what's up, peeps? Hello, hello. Akumen IRL, you are also awesome. And everyone is awesome, you're right. Correcto, CGS Creations, hello, hello. Tink Live, hello. Oh, who else we got here? Kinsley K1. Brian 6170, Epic Man 340. You can always tell like the people that were late to getting on the internet because they had to have numbers to that at the end of their name. Great, I need some filament. View Station, you do not need filament. I saw your office and you had a new shipment of filament sitting in the center of your office yesterday. So, but then again, you never have too much filament. Tech Jeeper, I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. It's actually been pretty productive day, one way more than another. Work, so I got some work done, but I had to do a lot of running today. But got some things done that needed done. Kenneth, you are awesome also. Epic Man 3, oh, you're a model number. Is that what you're saying? 340 is your model number? So you're the 340th version of Epic Man? Clone or robot? What are you? Mr. Maybe, welcome in. You are awesome. I can use lots of filament for the life-size Master Chief I am starting to print. That is one of the things I want to eventually get around to. See, so we're getting to the point now that you can print a lot of the stuff just in actual colors and not have to paint it. I have an airbrush. I would love to get down that skill, but I just don't have that skill yet. I have yet to use my airbrush, but I mean, I'd love to be able to. The shading and all the cool extra stuff you can do, but I'd also like to do just a Iron Man suit. I want to, in my different corners of this room, there's one there, it can't fit back there. Then there's two other ones. I'd love to have a Master Chief, an Iron Man, and a Deadpool. Those are like my 3 go-to characters. Or, a life-size Titan from Titanfall. That would be awesome. This is not pre-recorded. Shrimp Father, no. Okay, so for those that haven't come to the Tuesday streams but have watched the show on Thursday show is almost always live. Sometimes if I have something going on that week, I do have to pre-record. There's little snippets of ways to know if it's pre-recorded or not. But Tuesdays are always a live stream. I won't ever pre-record these. If I can't make it, we just won't have a stream for any reason, or we just start late like today. But no, I am real. This is real. It is currently 9:36 p.m. March 11th Eastern Standard Time. DJ Midnight Wolf, yes, you're right. I'm just late. Yeah, the Tuesday streams. So Tuesday streams more of where I can actually interact with you guys, because the show I don't focus on the chat a whole lot. I'll glance at it occasionally, but the show I try to keep on track for the most part. So it's more of just the presentation of it all, the news, the show off, the prints, and then the maker themselves. Speaking of, secured this week's guest. And I guess we'll put a list out there. Is there anybody here that is either a fan of Independence Day, Pirates of the Caribbean, Avengers, Mandalorian, Boba Fett, interested in the Mandalorian Grogu movie, any of that stuff? Anybody interested in that kind of thing? Because if you're into some of those movies, like all the above, yeah, exactly, all the above, you got Michael Bolton. no, Michael. No, we got George Lucas. no, but legitly, we have. I don't know if it's going to be both of them or just one of them right now. But gentlemen that own and run Nala Props, which do props for all said productions I just said, amongst other ones. Yeah, I mean, some big props, and of course they integrate 3D printing into it. They use Polymaker. Now that's cool. I don't think exclusively, but they do use it. I think the ABS is what they use a lot or something. We'll figure it out in the show. You'll find more information on the show, but I think it's gonna be very interesting. This is like one of the first really big, I don't want to say big names, because that's I think with the prop people is they don't get enough, notoriety. Yes, they get their credit at the end, but nobody knows unless they actually read the credits of who made the props. So we'll get to know, some more details with them and what they're doing and what they're getting into. There's only so much they can talk about, newer projects they've on or ones they've finished, but step in the right direction to become bigger. The show to be bigger, not for them. They're already big. I didn't get Adam Savage yet. I have not reached out to Adam Savage yet. I'm thinking that, which I do want to start reaching out to people like that. I think what we have going for us compared to other places, 'cause of course, a lot of those guys have, a set amount of money to show up somewhere. The cool thing with what we do with the streaming, like this and even the show, we don't monetize it. We don't do donations, subs, or any of that. So I'm hoping maybe that will lead them towards more of a, I don't want to say a charity, but be willing to come on just because, just to talk, just to have fun. It's not a paid thing. We're not using their notoriety to gain anything. But I mean, hopefully bring more people to the community. But yeah, so hopefully. Hey, Retro Maker TV. Hey, welcome in. Thanks for the raid. I don't often get to be able to actually acknowledge those. So so thank you. Now I want to see on multi-stream. Does it show me that? Oh, multi-stream is only going to show new stuff, huh? Dang. Streamlabs. But awesome. I'm doing well, Retro Maker. How are you? Making all the retro things. Remember, when did I first see your stuff? Was it Rocky Mountain? The first Rocky Mountain? I don't remember where. But it was a little while ago. I say a while ago, but that's, 2 years to me is a while ago now. I think Adam Savage would be down. He seems chill. I know he's showing up to events. Yeah, Tech Jeeper. So honestly, yeah, I need to start reaching out to more of those people just to see if we can bring them in. Especially, obviously he's doing a lot more 3D printing stuff. That's where like I said, Nala Props is, they're using 3D printing on a ton of their stuff. So there's, of course, that's an integration in a lot of stuff. There is a local guy that actually built the first 3D printed house in Ohio, which is like 15 minutes from me. I need to reach back out to him. I actually talked to him a while back, and then I got hired by some company, then I got busy with that company, and I just haven't had a chance to reach back out to him. He's willing to go on the show and might even do that remote at that home and maybe do like kind of a walkthrough. Getting a little bit more tech. So, we got a Pocket 3 that might help things with that, where you switch back and forth with views. So we will see. But yeah, I mean, of course, we still want the makers. I still want community, anybody that's doing awesome projects, whether we're sponsoring or just something we come across that's awesome. 100% still bringing that in. That's the root of the show. But I'd like to alternate if we can get some really cool people in the industry just to see. I mean, I talk about it every week of medicine, space, home building, etc. Get the details straight from somebody that's actually involved with it would be cool. You're not following Retro Maker. He does fun movie nights. He does a lot of fun things, but yes, he's well worth the follow. Been there twice. Yeah, so yeah, I think it was the first Rocky Mountain that I saw you at. Because what you have, the stained glass stuff and the TVs. So at this point now, I've been to enough rep wraps, and that's not a brag, but they all meld together. So like when I see something, it's so hard to remember, where did I see it? Which event did I see it at? Yeah, so let's see here. Oh, Pete's office here. Hello, hello. Get all the, they don't get props. I just read the joke earlier. They don't get props. Yeah, they get all the props. They have a life-size R2D2 in their workshop. So I don't know if they're gonna stream from their prop shop or where, but we'll see. That'll be a surprise to everybody. But I've only had a very short conversation, which I like going into that way, because then my questions and interest is genuine. So I'm very excited to actually talk with them and see, just see what they get into and really how things are used, and you know, what can we really look for in the movies to know. Because of course, we're, you know, it's too fast paced that you're not gonna be able to see layer lines and things. Did he use Polymaker to do the house and Frostbite 3D? We do not yet make concrete, but you know, you never know. Yeah, what's the candy store? What's the candy the candy store in Indiana near you? I've been there one time, if that's what you're talking about. There's a place in Indiana. I think there's a couple different throughout different states, but yeah, Uranus Fudge Factory. It's a candy store. That's all it is. It's a candy store. They sell merchandise, candy, popcorn, etc. Ice cream. They have an ice cream place. Then they have putt-putt golf. It's actually a very cool place, but but funny. Someone mentioned a candy store you like. Someone mentioned a candy store that I like. I like all candy, obviously, but I don't know who you're talking about or what you're talking about. Candy store. There's a donut shop in Murph. But yeah, I don't know. Candy store. Now you're CA Candy, CA Sweets or something. Largest candy store in up in Cleveland, Ohio. But I think it's, yeah, or BA Sweets maybe. I think it's the largest candy store in the U.S. They have a lot of bulk stuff. But yeah, anyway, I get so involved. This is why I can't read chat during the Meet the Polymaker, because yeah, I'd get involved way too much. So anyway, so we're gonna show off a couple things, talk a couple things. You know, big thing right now is events. So this stream, I mean, it's got a million uses of, you know, ideas what I want it to be and what it will be. It's really just random. I want to say, not that it's not structured to a point. Obviously, like right now with the events happening, I'm just getting your guys' input and stuff. You've helped me make some decisions on how we're going to set up the booth. You know, having 2 interactivities instead of 3, and just how we're going to kind of arrange things. Haven't had everything concrete, but I think for Rocky Mountain we are going to do two games. The Scientist game, which will be the largest iteration. I don't know if we can squeeze. We might make it a little bit larger than 3D Printopia, but I've got to see. I've got to go through. I'm sorting the Scientist now for Rapid TCT, and then from there we'll go on to the larger stuff. But the one thing also is the Panchroma wall. So if, for those that haven't heard about it, we're gonna have a tile. So a tile such as this. And we're gonna have 176 of these. There's gonna be one for every color and material, and there's gonna be 16 total of them that are translucent to an extent, that'll light up, and then instead of just being a solid tile, there'll be buttons. So it'll be a speed and reflex game. They're gonna be scattered throughout the wall randomly, and you have to slap them. You have so much time to slap them. You know. It'll usually start with 1 and then 2 at once and 3 at once, etc. So it's shaping up. Noah is the guy that helped with our help me program the latest iteration of the Scientist game. I've been working with him to do this one, and it's coming together. It's so nice. It's pretty much finished, at least for TCT Asia, which their system should be showing up to them Friday due to some shipping issues. But anyway, the tiles, what's cool is Luke in our as part of our EU team, his marketing manager in EU or Europe, is every line in Panchroma. So we have Starlights, we have Galaxies, we have Matte, Satin, CoPE, etc. Every single line has its own design. So there's CoPE. All of them will be in this design and all the different colors CoPE. Here is the Matte series tile. So weird trying to get this centered. Just cool. And then we have Neon. So you guys are getting a sneak peek at this. You guys are actually the first to see this in person. So I'm printing all 176 currently, and I am actually over halfway done in less than a day and a half. And then this one is Satin. Satin. Cool little design. And then last but not least, and there's more to go, but like this is what I've got done, the sections I've got done. This is the Marvel series, will be in this. So just really cool designs. He's got, like I said, I don't remember how many there are total, but one for every family line. It's going to be awesome. I mean, just imagine just random colors, random designs, all interlocked and just like that. And yeah, it's going to be, I cannot wait. I have not yet seen the setup in full. They don't have a setup yet for TCT Asia because they don't start setup till Monday. But I'm hoping to get some pictures there because I want to see what it looks like. Yeah, that's the tiles. That game is pretty much done and set. I'm building the setup for ours. Yeah, and I've had some help with that. View Station has helped with some feedback on stand-wise. He's a master of extrusions. So getting ideas of extrusion setups to have feet. And the idea is we're going to have this portable. This wall. So at Rapid TCT, it's just going to be on the booth wall. We'll tear it down afterwards. But of course, to take it to Rep Raps, I need to have a solid wall that can stand up and be safe. What is the black? Oh, I forgot to turn off the background. There you go. I just seen the black square over there. Jeez, it's so weird. But yeah, so it's gonna be portable. Thanks to you guys, I've got a couple different options. I still want to go to Menards or Lowe's, for those that don't know what Menards is, and see some other options there just to get a full idea. Basically between MDF is going to be heavy, but it is going to be solid. You guys have suggested Masonite, so that's definitely a possibility. View Station suggested Alumilite, which is lightweight but solid. And then I just want to see what other stuff's out there. Ideally, it's something that's not going to flex, that is stiff, that is strong and durable, that then, you know, again doesn't warp or wave. Because once we got, the idea is to get these all stuck on there permanently, and then just have the whole wall to transport. But then I gotta, yeah, do I think ahead, and I guess we could do side modules and kind of add little panels next to it once we add because that Panchroma is going to grow quite a bit this year. So hold on to your seats. Petty Rexman, let's see here. Here, Epic Man, those look great, thank you. But I love CoPE filament. I'm trying to catch back up, and then I'll get to some of the questions. Use duckies so they sound like ducks when pressed. So there's no sound for the TCT Asia one because that's going to be next to their conversation area. So they don't want to drown that out. We are adding sound for the US. So for different events, we can mute it if we need to. But think old arcade system, like a skee ball machine. When you start it up, all the music, and then when you hit scores and whatnot, you know, there will be something. It's probably all going to be voiceovered by me. And that's just what you're gonna hear. Yeah. Not really. Though I could do like the ready, start. Do some fun voiceover. We'll see. We haven't got to the sound part yet. We're finalizing everything else. But let's see here. Petty Ruxpin, how many printers in your fleet? Let's go usable printers. Actually, all my printers are usable, but my workshop was full of Ender 3s and CR6 SEs, CR10, Ender 5s, Elegoo Neptune 3, MK 3S Plus, all the, you know, typical printers that you've seen, you know, everybody get in the beginning. Had all those, and I've slowly phased those out. They're now actually behind that door in that room is a catch-all right now. But in the workshop now, 23 printers, I think. And all of them are the newer high speed. I mean, I've got a mix. I'm a sucker for, I have FOMO. If anybody knows what that is, fear of missing out. So new tech comes out, especially if it's early bird pricing. I'm a sucker. FL Suns T1 came out when it first released, super cheap. So I got that. Anycubic Cobra 3 combo. The SVO7 Plus. What else is over there? Ender 5 Plus is the only one that's not high speed that's left in there. Still a great printer. But K2 Plus that Creality sent me. And then a lot of bamboos. I love the bamboos and a Cheaty. Cheaty +4. That's an expensive. Good to know. You're 100% right. I would play the mobile app version of that. Are you talking about the noises? The speed reflex with Joel's voice as a voiceover? Nate Semi-Pro? No, that's years of collecting, and some of those are deals, like Facebook deals and whatnot. I won't get into those, but I had some killer deals on a couple of the bamboos that I own. No, and it's not rich, it's debt. I have 4 mortgages on my house, and I sold 3 of my 5 kids, so. Anchored presence, yeah, so same thing. I haven't used it a whole lot. With the Cobra 3, same. It wasn't bad even in the beginning, but the firmware and the upgrades to the slicer have improved it. Not enough to where I end up doing the super early bird Cobra 3 Max combo. So I'm waiting on that because I just want a very large print volume. I like printing things big, which if you can tell, dang it, no, I can't. I'm never gonna get that right. But, you know, big stuff, big stuff. If you guys, have I shared the Benji? I'll share the Benji. My daughter has used it as storage for her Magnetiles, but you know, the all-terrain attack Benji at 800 or 685% scale or something, I think. But all articulating, you know, all these move. Just a fun nonsense print. So again, I like to print big stuff. But yeah, okay. Let's see. Let's catch up, and then we'll get to some constructive stuff. Need to part them out before you sell them. See, better experiment. So like the old printers, I was actually just talking with Phil from Ember Prototypes earlier. Is I have all of them and selling them, like, you know, Ender 3s and whatnot. Even if I go through, tune them, make them all ready to go, it's just, you know, $100, and that I think even is, you know, more than what you should spend. But then what comes with that is the tech support. Even if you tell the person no tech support, you'll get a call or a message 2 days, a week, 2 weeks down the road. Hey, this is happening. What can I do? And that's just, it's not worth it. I don't have the time to, especially if I sell 20 printers to 20 different people. Even if only a small percent of them message me, there would be too much to handle. And unfortunately, I live in rural Ohio, so there's not really any makerspaces around me. I'd love to donate them to like a makerspace, but we'll see. I haven't figured out. I'll do something with them. I definitely am not going to throw them out. They're working printers. They only left the workshop because they were replaced by newer. So, part out the kids, yeah, part them out. You probably get quite a bit of money out of, you know, kidneys and livers and whatnot. But have you considered an alternative compensation for anybody disabled that turns up and would like to somehow? You consider an compensation for anybody disabled that turns up and would. Oh, okay. Sorry. I was doing several conversations. You're talking about the game. That I haven't considered. That I guess they're usually, I mean, not that, you know, disabled people can't travel alone, but typically they have somebody with them. I'd be more than happy to let them. Let's just say they're in a wheelchair, you know, wheel them up because the tiles are going to be all over the place, and let them like tag team it. Let their friend, family, whoever might be with them play. I mean, that's kind of one of those, play it by ear as it happens. But that's a good question. That's a very good question. In the plus side too, the scientist game is more waist level, and that's it. Anybody can play. Because even there, even if you can't move the whole length of the table to try to find a scientist in the right time, you could point it out and, you know, we would grab it. If you ever play the scientist game at a Rep Rap Festival, Nick is the master presenter of that game. He's a natural. He's like a pro level carny when it comes to hosting that game. But you'll see him tend to side on the side of the customer or the attendee of winning. You know, like might give some hints here and there, like, oh no, it might be like 2 over there. We want to see people win, but we also don't want to give every single attendee a spool of filament because that would be costly. Technoside 2, Polycoin. Yeah, so some people did some design. I probably should go back into Rep Rap festivals. I usually rely on people tagging me, and then I don't remember to go check, and I've been so busy I usually scan through all the channels. Let's see here. So thank you, Technosite. So let's see. Okay, yeah, because we had the logo. Yeah. Okay, yes, no, that's exactly how I pictured it. So yeah, you shrunk it down and added the lines, dashes, whatever you want to call it. Let's see here. Yeah, see, I just don't like the look of the bridging. I get the idea, so that way that is two-faced. But then it'll be hard getting bridging, especially that small. Now we just Ember Prototypes plate would be perfect. It's just line buy one just to say Polycoin 1. Naksha, welcome in. Did a design, but it wasn't good. Did you share it, Nate? Or it was so not good that you're like, nah, I'm not gonna share this one. Hey, worst case, this doesn't get used. I mean, ideally multiple people have ideas and we figure out which one works best for like printability and everything. Which actually, wait, okay, so Technosite, on the one that you uploaded the last 3MF and you had posted you posted 2 pictures. Are those the same material? Because one like is gold and one looks more yellow, like, oh, maybe gold metallic and gold silk. Is that the 2 differences? I have to remember there's a delay. I talk and you guys don't hear it for 10 seconds. Yeah, all polymer gold silk. Yeah, the up close shots look weird. Not weird, but they just don't, they look way different than what the far away shots do. Fox Alley, that was designed by Kong. He's actually designed our scientist and he designed our Pavo model. And I don't know if I think he's in our Discord, but he's not active in the Discord. But he does awesome job with the models. He did try helping us out to try to make, but the models are organic models, so it's really hard to split up and make them objects so you can paint them. Now I have been working. I haven't finalized it and printed it to make sure everything comes out right, but I do have a painted up scientist that I'll share sometime. Eventually probably put it out on Make World and whatnot. How did I not see that one? I seen Tech Huskies right underneath yours and I did not see yours. So I apologize for that. Yeah, see, that's not a bad idea either. I'm trying to find, okay, so let's mix a few up. So I like the ridges on Tech Huskies. If you look at his, it has more like the ridges of a quarter. And then I don't know if we did to reduce the line width, but I like that kind of ridge with Technoside's design. But I think, and not that it looks bad, but I want the one to be like like a $1 bill stamp. I don't have any cash on me. You guys know what I'm talking, like the, almost like a, what is it? Times New Roman, almost, is that even the right new time? Such a basic font. You'd think I'd remember what it was called. But no, just like the stamped one that's a whatever style font. That's, I want to see that one on there. Like you can keep the Polycoin there and just leave the font as the Polymaker font, basically similar one. Yeah, like a $1 bill, like just this. I want to say stamped number. I don't know why I want to say stamped, because any of them could be stamped, but that's what comes to mind when I'm trying to think of the design. But I want to see if we could do that. But then I don't like the bridging. And definitely I'm not like, you could do both sides and then just glue them together. Absolutely not. Like they have to be 100% print in place, because we're going to be doing so many of them. Which, speaking of, I probably need to order that gold silk so I have enough. Yeah, because, and then let's see here. Yeah, so like keeping that ridge just how it is, but then the outside edges more of a teeth. Oh, actually, wait, did I miss? Okay, so yeah, so that's a little closer on the second iteration that you did, Technoside. But what is, I don't even know. I don't know. The one is customized serif font. Oh, is that the one for the one that you did, or the one that's like on a $1 bill? So actually, so yeah, because I still want like the line underneath it. So similar to Tech Huskies one, but it's a little more whatever. You'll learn if you haven't learned this from me yet. I have a lot of ideas in my head, but it's really hard for me to explain them and put them out to understand for others. Yeah, but no, that is, I think we're pretty much right there. To be honest, I forgot all about Polycoin because I've been working on the other stuff. But how about this too? What I'm going to do, if anybody's interested, so of course we have the spin wheel, the prize wheel, and if it lands on the white tile, everybody here wins filament. That's yellow. Dang, no white. But anyway. This is magnet. This is just gonna have a poly or Panchroma logo on it, symbol there. Just right there. I have the STL for the space for the pie. So if anybody's interested, what I can do is I can share it in the RepRap Fest, which I need to figure out what's a better place to post this stuff, because I know somebody was asking about like, what's this Polycoin business, and it has nothing to do with RepRap festivals. I mean, at least currently. But we don't have a rapid, I don't want to add a whole nother channel. I don't know. For now, that's where we're gonna put it. But that's the yellow. Yellow is written here. Where's Zombie Hedgehog? Zombie, is this yellow? That's like cornflower. Of course you'd get detailed. That's cornflower yellow as opposed to sun yellow or sundial yellow. What's up, CJ Prop Studio? Okay, so anyway, so if is anybody interested, I was thinking Hue Forge, which still can do Hue Forge. I have the template, I've modeled it all out, and I have an STL of just a flat, pie piece. If anybody's interested in trying to design something, whether it be a Hue Forge or whatnot, ideally you just create a Hue Forge and we just use that as a cutter, as a subtract. But I can share that if anybody's interested. That's one thing I haven't worked on yet, other than getting the STL, the shape and everything all proper on it. But I need to get that designed so I can get that done, because I have a month. That's coming real quick. Actually, less than a month, because I need to put it all on a pallet. You're looking for more of a road paint yellow. There's a name for that. Be amazed how many of us are colorblind and can't see yellow. Yeah. What is it that you need design? Okay, so the pie. Okay, here, I guess I should probably explain that. I assume the people that are in here have heard me say this, but I forget. Not everybody has. Okay, so it's just prize wheel, and what we are going to have on this, I need to look it up. I'll verify here in a minute. Our own designed pie pieces. So let's say like 1 polycoin, 2 polycoin, 3 polycoin. It can be just one design for each, but you know, whether, I mean, Hue Forges would be cool because we want it to be thin. We don't want to have this weighted one way or another, so it's always landed on orange every time or anything like that. Salted main road paint. You're just adding random words in front of yellow, zombie. You know, desktop yellow, Mountain Dew can yellow. Does anybody see the new, well, old retro new design, whatever? But anyway, sidetrack. So, yes, design. We wanted to have design, so we have custom pies, pie slices. So rather than just a normal prize wheel, it's a customized 3D printed prize wheel. So that's all. I've got the file on that for the exact size. But I'd be interested to see what you guys come up with. Again, I don't want anything protruding out from it that could weight it. It's got to be kind of a flat design, and that's why Hue Forge is an ideal use for it. But it could be something else. I mean, you could do layer swap, whatever. Just cool custom thing of some type of design, which they said for one, that base says 1 polycoin. Actually, no. Let me pull up the information because it is actually more. And I'll post the STL so you see the size if anybody's interested in the RepRap thing with the sections we want. So let's see here. Booth design, lucky wheel, create polycoins. Uh-oh, do we not have the information? All right, there we go. I thought we changed stuff up. There's always notes everywhere in our system. So, bear with me, guys and gals. There's the Where's Pavo game. There's Panchroma Wall. How do I not have a folder for that yet? You know what? Is it in the teams? Trying to find the notes. Me and Nick had had a meeting. We talked about what we wanted to do with it, but stream wall, no. Etsy, no. Projects follow up. I have to find those details because we didn't update them in our ClickUp. So 2 subtasks. There's one. Drop it down. Because we're thinking it was going to be 1 polycoin, I think 2 polycoin, 3 polycoin, and then there was going to be 2 activities. So you'd have like probably 1 or 2 pies of each, where one is jumping jacks. You have to do like 5 jumping jacks to earn a polycoin, or a push-up to earn a polycoin, just to get more activity. But now I'm really upset because I didn't update the notes in the right place. But okay, so I will post a file at some point, probably tonight, in the RepRap Fest channel on Discord. If you're not already there, it's discord.polymaker.com. And then with the sections we want. And you kind of design them however you want. We don't have any, you know, as long as it says 1 polycoin, 2 polycoin, 3 polycoin. The other one could be, you know, jumping jack, you know, just a person in a jumping jack motion, or whatever it might be. Philinux, yeah, no, it was nice. I posted in our team chat of, I was working outside. The kids, well, my daughter had softball practice. Other ones wanted to play at the park, so I took my laptop and everything, and I worked outside because it was so freaking nice out. But yeah, so that is I need to get more details. I need to find out where the notes are for the details. I come so prepared. I'm a pro at this. But yeah, so that's the prize wheel one. That's just designing it to make it look cool, and to make it a 3D printed centric rather than just a Amazon purchased one. So we can go hog wild with that. Just again, basic, nothing weighted. Because we thought about putting like it's going to be near like an Etsy store type setup. And we thought about putting prints on it, but the prints will be lopsided, so that's a no-go. But let me see if I still have display capture. Let's make sure which one. Okay, so let me minimize this. Actually, let's pull that back up and let's move it over here. Minimize that. Take that out. Done. And then we are going to I think I probably need to do this. Oh no, my face. My face is gone. Bada boom. Here's a blank coin with just the ridges. Oh, Tech Husky. Awesome. Thank you. I didn't see your name in the chat. If I missed you, I apologize, Tech Huskies, but thank you. Yeah, because I like that. Like I said, I like those ridges. Yeah, see, we're getting somewhere. You guys are pretty awesome. It's almost a reason that we have you type in I am awesome. Okay, let's see here. 62 sounds pretty nice too. What are we talking about? 62 sounds? Oh, way off. 62 degrees sounds pretty nice too. Anyway, what did I pull the screen up for? I pulled it up for this, and I'm gonna go full screen with it once I get it pulled up. We're gonna talk about, for those that don't know, one of the other activities for Rapid TZT is Where's Pavo. So it's just like Where's Waldo, but it's going to be a Where's Pavo game. It's going to be Hue Forged and a big poster. I think it was 1.3 meters wide. I could be wrong with that. I could have been looking at something else. Either way, a decently sized wall painting, I guess, more of what it's going to be. So, ask if anybody wants to do designs, which you guys can throw your own designs out there too. You can DM me if you don't want to flood the Rep Rap Festival chat. But here's some ideas that I got, not ideas, some prompts that I did to get AI to generate stuff. Hey, welcome in Off Axis. Thank you. Apaku. What? Where'd you get that from? Were you trying to enter for the prize, Apaku, and you just typed the wrong I am? Tony Wright, my beard is defective. It doesn't know G code. It's almost a requirement. I think I would venture to say 99% of males in 3D printing have beards. It's weird. I need to go back through my shows and see out of all the guests that were male, how many of them had beards. But I bet you it's a very high ratio. But anyway, so we're gonna look at a handful of. I'm gonna go full screen here. Oh, and I'm gonna turn off the ticker. So anybody, if you haven't done it yet, I'll do it again at the end of the show, stream, not show. Type in I am awesome. I'm gonna turn that off just so it's out of the way. It's not there. Okay, so ideally, this is a little bit distorted, but something like this. So I like, this was the first thing I got generated for Midjourney. And it was nice because we're gonna add Pavo after the fact. So that if anybody wants to try to go at some AI prompts, or if you really want to do digital graphics, more power to you. I start out with this, and then with Midjourney you can have it zoom out, so it basically expands it. The problem I noticed, like this, I like this because it's cluttered, and it's got some, and it can be some nonsensical. It doesn't have to be exact printers. Some of their ideas of 3D printers are just funny to see, and that's fine. But we want bright colors, and again, if your prompt isn't super bright colors, like this isn't super vibrant, we'll change that in HueForge once we process it through HueForge. But I want it congested. But the thing is, when you zoom it out and expand it, it seems to just start making things larger. And not that that's necessarily bad, because you can still hide, you can hide a Pavo over here, but you start getting less congested, then a blue pavo sticks out. So that's my only problem here. So I'm going to go through a couple just to give people ideas. The prompts themselves, I basically 3D printed Where's Waldo style artwork with tech involved, etc., whatever. I'm not the best 3D prompt guy or AI prompt guy, trust me. This is 4 different ones. I was just trying to do like a filament factory. And again, I wouldn't be so worried about the color other than we don't want gradients. The more gradients, the harder it is to match it up and make it hue forgeable. If that's a word yet. But yeah, so here's like 4 examples. And something like this, just the congestion of it all, there's different objects and different people, and we can kind of blend Pavo into different areas. So yeah, that's some different designs. Look at added to Peacock because I think I asked it to. And yeah, we're gonna have little red herrings, if you will. I am fan. No, I didn't get any detailed ones from you, Joe. Or did you? No, you made it was just standard. And I said just I want something more congested. These are all ones I threw Midjourney. They're not bad, like I said, and I think I'm being overcritical of it because I just want it to look cool. I mean, really, in the end, it just needs to look cool, and Pavo, ideally can blend in somewhere. So it does make it a little bit of a challenge. But yes, again, some just ideas. These ones I thought were cool too. I don't know how much detail you'll be able to catch in there. The only problem, which the gradients like in this aren't horrible because HueForge can still compensate to an extent. Because it doesn't, obviously, in the end, the painting doesn't have to match this exactly. It just, I want to make sure when we're looking at it, it has the feel of, looking at it like, that kind of reminds me of Where's Waldo. Like this congestion, to me at least, it does. Like, okay, there's just random stuff, and, some stuff makes sense, some stuff doesn't. There's some people, there's, some filament, maybe, if that's what it is. And I like this one too, because it had, the 3D printer right here. I assume that's its take on an Ender 3. But yeah, and it doesn't have to be perfect. So these would be fine, but the problem is making it a big one. And I guess we could make it multiple panels. I think it's going to be more shaped though. Let's see here. To be more like this, which isn't, again, horrible thing. It can be fine. We can do multiple images, but I'd love to have just like one giant painting of randomness. So yeah, so cancel, and that's, I might end up running with that at least to see what can be HueForge easily. Anything else? Yeah, so this is where I started expanding. This one didn't turn out too bad, but other thing I noticed too is when you zoom out and have it add, it starts going like out of focus. And it might look weird on a HueForge, but we'll see. How big do you think it needs to be so you don't get a great loss of detail? See, I don't know, because it's, I mean, even this, zoom in, this actually isn't bad if you start making it big. I don't really know, I guess, until we print it, because I need to see how well HueForge handles all these small details and multiple colors. So I suppose really what I need to do is have some of the HueForge pros have a go at some of these, and I'll just print them randomly. Like this one actually was really good too. Like I said, just the vast places that you can hide a Pavo peacock. Okay, maybe even that one. I kind of, now I'm looking at that one. I like that one too, though. I see this has like different like workbenches and what could be, interpreted as filament, I suppose. It's always funny just to see how AI just creates weird things. What it thinks is proper. Yeah, I guess that's probably what I need to talk to some of the HueForge pros with is like what size, what scale should we be doing this as? And this turned out good too, especially if we crop it. But yeah, even then, there's just not a lot of, I guess, yeah. Not a lot of subject matter there. Oh, here we go. Go back here. Vibrant colors. And these aren't too bad too. Like I said, some of them are congested. But if you guys think that you can beat me, I hear this actually turned out good too. Tons of workbenches. You know, whose workshop looks like this? Does anybody's workshop look like this? And some spider webs, maybe a candle, microwave, laptop. I bet you somebody out there is like, hey, AI took a picture of my workshop and converted it. Now the gradients in these might not work the best, but again, doesn't have to be perfect. Pezliz. Just talking all the games. We talk about some random stuff too, but right now it's my main focus is finishing the Panchroma, the Where's Pavo game, or at least getting a design to be worked with in HueForge. DJ Midnight Wolf, that's your kitchen. This is another one too. Cool, like tons of workbenches and stuff. This is the one I think. Yeah, I chose this one to try to expand it, but then the expansion just doesn't look right. It starts having these things really big, and then this just is like a central hotspot of cluster. There's a good randomness. I don't know, maybe throw this one into HueForge because it's got kind of different artwork, smooth gradient, like a very good contrast lines. Same here, just darker colors, contrast lines. Need to remember what this one is. Okay, that's the last one. Yeah, so anybody that wants to try to challenge me on my amazing HueForge skills, because I went to college for not HueForge, sorry, AI. I went to college for AI prompt creation. 10 years. Some dystopian stuff, I think. Yeah, and it doesn't, like I said, they don't have to match that. If you think ideally it's something 3D printed ISK related or tech related, and again, Pavo's just hidden in there somewhere. Depending how things are, I mean, I'd like to maybe add some like Polymaker logo, Panchroma logo. That I'll have our graphic people do. I just need to get the base, see how it HueForges, and then how we can blend the stuff in afterwards. Joe Mike makes. I was scammed. It cost 50,000 a year. They said I'd get a degree and everything, but it's in the mail. Haven't received it yet. After my graduation, which was online, and it was only one chat person. I'm joking about living in a single bubble. My kitchen is also my studio, workshop, computer room. Soon. Hey, DJ Midnight Wolf, roof over your head is better than no roof over your head. Growing up, we lived in a trailer too. I know all about every room is every room. We had each end was bedrooms, and that was the only things that was sectioned off. Bedrooms and the bathroom. Everything else was just one room with like a miniature divide wall. So, been there, done that. Instead of will it blend, will it HueForge? That's what game I'm playing, Frostbite. Will it HueForge? So I'm probably going to throw a couple of these over to Steve. See what he thinks. Throw them back over to me, and then I'll print them, and we'll see. Prompt engine, yeah. I honestly, yes, the prompt stuff, because seeing some people in Midjourney, like what they come up with, where the heck does that thought process come from? And I have cheated. I think I actually did it on some of these. Is I used ChatGPT, explained what I wanted, and said, give me a good prompt to use in Midjourney, which it works. It did, but still, and not that these wouldn't work, but I'd be interested if anybody is, avid in prompt generation. Take your throw at it. DM me what you come up with, and I'd love to see, other ideas, because of course everybody's prompts are going to word it different. It's going to come up with different results. I really want to get this part finished, because this will be easy print. I just got to get a final design. That way, then I know it HueForges, and then I can get it to Oriana to throw in the, Pavo and probably some other graphics in there just for fun. Because, Where's Waldo always had multiple things, multiple randomness. The dog, what was the dog's name? It was Waldo and Wendy, I think. And then there was the wizard. Remember the wizard? And then I don't know what the dog's name was, but just bought Hue Forge. Can't wait to use it. Yeah, I haven't used it a whole lot myself. I'm not a pro by any means, but I mean, the amount of features they keep adding and they're going to continue adding is crazy. Spot, I don't think it was, maybe it was Spot. I don't know. Doogie? No. D-O-G. Shush it. Daddy Wazzy is laughing right now in front of his computer like, this Joel guy, he's an idiot. Oddlaw C, have to ask Copilot for a Gemini prompt, for a ChatGPT prompt, for a Midjourney prompt. It'd be interesting to see how that game of telephone would work with AI. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I know. If I was in Hangout with you, it'd be 100% like, and you'd be shaking your head too, like, what's wrong with this guy? But yeah, so that's kind of what we've been talking about. I don't want to take too long. This is, have I already been on? There we go, an hour. Oh look, I was looking to shoot for about an hour. But kind of where we're at. The Kreml wall, we're good on. Like I said, it's in the process of being printed. We've already got input on the portable wall version, which I do have a little bit more time on that. Let's go ahead and get rid of this thing here. So I just got to figure out 100% what I want to go with. Illuminite may be the best option, just a little more expensive. I'm waiting to hear back from some quotes on those, because we'll need a 5 by 6 foot by 6 foot panel to fit all the wall setup on it. Jake Hudson 12, hello, welcome in. Constructicon 360 sounds like a transformer. You are definitely awesome, even if you're not a transformer. But if you are a transformer, you are more awesome. There are stereogram generators online that will make the old Magic Eye images out of 3D masks. Wait. It'll make the old Magic Eye images out of 3D masks. Oh, you're talking, okay, the ones where you have to focus on them, right? You have to like squint and cross your eyes and then it all comes into focus. Jake Hudson, I'm doing well. Thank you very much. Oh, he raided in. Thanks for the raid, Jake Hudson. Why did it show the raid after you were in here? Or did you come in and then you raided? I guess you could do that. But thank you. Welcome in. It's a bunch. Yeah, so, okay. But to rehash, Pi, I will get some stuff on RepRap if anybody wants to have a go at it. Of designs, I'll get like I said, what we want for their 1 coin, 2 coin, 3 coin jumping jacks push-ups, I think is what it was. The hey. Oh, I did the point right. I had the right hand. Hey. That hey file is on Maker World. I cannot remember who. But if you search hey, and I think it's HEI space HEI, but I think they spelled it differently. But if you do HEI space HEI, then it'll be in that list. And it'll be in pieces. So the eyeballs are separate, the beak separate, the whatever. There's the gobblers, the dangly bits. And then the tail, I think, is separate. And then I separated the feet for mine. And if you want to know like the best colors, so this is the gray green, gray, green blue. There you go. Blue green, green blue. I work for the company. You think I'd know? But what worked perfect for his neck was our fall gradient. So it's orange and yellow, and that I used that on the legs and I used it on the neck. And then wine red for the head. And the beak was the same fall gradient, and just white and black, obviously, on the eyeballs. I'm surprised nobody's made any comment about that door yet. So it's never been finished. I put it in just so I could have a door there, and you notice there's no doorknob, there's no trim. There's trim back there, but it was only put in to make sure that door stopper didn't go through the hole or the wall. And then I was going to paint it white, and then I decided not to, and then I ran out of white paint. And then I decided I want to paint it white anyway. I just never got back to it. It's one of those many projects you start and never finish. But there's still got to be a door thing, whatever. door jamb put in place, framing, and then doorknob. So yeah. But yeah, I'm surprised out of everybody from the Hangout chats and Discord and everything, how nobody's ever commented on that door, which normally it's open, I guess. But yeah, it looks ugly. I know. You can come over and paint it, Pestless. I don't mind. I will pay you in Encrustables. Blue, green, green, blue is underrated. It is. It's actually a very nice color. Like I said, it's perfect for Hey Hey. Hey Hey. Dang it. I think I've done this long enough, I would know. But anyway, I was at one point, but decided not to. Yeah, layer by layer. Stalking me. It's usually open. Yeah. Yeah, Pestless, you're only like a 10-minute drive. But we're at, so yes, Pi game. Need to get that finished. And that really shouldn't take much, just the designs are cool. Polycoin, thank you very much, everybody. Nate Semi-Pro, Tech Huskies, Technoside 2. Greatly appreciate it. Did Technoside already put... I didn't see it. You put that in there quick. Okay, yes. That's better. The one I don't like the one. I'm picky. It still works. It looks great. Don't get me wrong. I got to figure out the bridging too. Because I'd love to have the Polymaker money logo and the I want them both. I might just have to settle for the bridging. Because again, like I said, it's just printability, no sports, no nothing. Is that, how deep is that deboss? Is that like a 1 millimeter or not one? Is it like 0.4? Because obviously the Polymaker logo is facing up. That looks like it's probably more debossed. But the Polycoin 1 facing down, is that correct? And if so, how thick is that? I don't think it matters either way, because even if you made it taller, that bridging is going to be the same exact bridging. I wonder if it would look better than to make it a little bit deeper. I don't know. I'm going to print this. Yeah, actually, I just heard one of mine go off, so I'm doing another set of tiles. I thought I just downloaded it. Where's my prompt for download? Download? Oh, it's popping up in the browser 800 times. Okay, let's do this. Let's do desktop. Yeah, I'll print that. I'll let you know. I'll give the feedback in the RepRap channel. Also, I'll share the details for the Pi, the prize wheel Pi pieces. And then, again, anybody, if you want to come up with a prompt for a Where's Waldo style, whether it's 3D theme, tech theme, whatever you think would be cool. This is for Rapid TCT. It's going to go up on the wall, but then it's printed different pieces. I'll get more details on like size, but I don't care if you generate 20 of them, zip them in a file and send them my way. I'll take a look at it. So as soon as I open the stream, your eyes lock to it. What needs dangly legs, Pestless? The Hey Hey? If you're talking about Hey and needs dangly legs, Chaos Core, help me out here. CCC, right? She designed a articulating Hey Hey, which is also for free download. I did like several on a plate and printed a multicolor, and there's tons of purging, and it layer shift like 3/4 of the way through. Your door. Yeah, my door needs dangly legs. Where are they gonna put it? Just 3D print dangly legs and stick them to it. Chelsea Cortec, right? Is that what it is? Chelsea CT. Yeah, you'll see it. It just makes awesome designs. Waldo's dog was Wolf. New characters such as Winda. Okay, it wasn't Windy, it was Winda. And Wizard Whitebeard were inserted in the image for poster. Okay, yeah. Give them the Oslade. Oh, the underneath, like it's been squashed. Yeah, sidetracked again. James the printer, yeah, you can come over and help paint the door too. You know, one can paint one side while the other paints the other side. Done deal. I can find plenty more work for you to do. And I can pay and filament. Could you imagine just have people over doing my housework and here you go, here's a spool, here's a spool. But again, okay, so rep wrap thing, I'm gonna do the pie thing. I will get that done out there tonight as soon as I get off the stream and I get the proper rules in there. Polycoin I'm gonna print. I'll give you feedback on there. Again, thank you guys. It's cool because it's a collaboration stuff. If I ever figure out what the one is that I want, I'll let you know, Technoside, and see if you can add it to it. But I think it's going to work. I think I do like the design that it looks like rendered. Your prints I like. Like I said, just the ridges I liked on the other one. So a perfect mashup. So thank you very much for your guys' help there. And then again, prompt guys, if you guys know your AI, Joe, I don't know how you're not on this, Mr. AI prompt whiz. But yeah, the Where's Waldo painting. Scale wise, I'm not worried about because we can crop as needed, but I'll find out more detail as we go. But that covers that. Okay, prize wheel, dangly, the light game's good. And then I don't think there's anything else. We are we'll talk more. I'm trying to get all the rapid stuff done now. That's the priority because that's coming up. I actually have to have that palette done in probably like 2 weeks to be able to ship up to Detroit quick enough. Am I the only one that sees the cartoon rooster? Tony Wright? No, it's Hey Hey from Moana. Here, does anybody want to see it up close? Oh, see my bald spot too? See, it's Hey Hey. His eyeballs are just enough in there to, so I don't have his head glued just because it allows it to move like that. And then he has his little eyeball. It ended up working well. I had to rescale. Well, I scaled everything up because it's not usually this big. But he's awesome. I also did Pua, which is the pig from Moana. My daughter stole him, and that's up in her room. Stay. The amount of times I had to glue those legs back on. Oh. There you go. I have not figured out heads or tails on how to do the HueForge yet. I purchased it, but I have not. Yeah, so for those that, like, if you are interested in doing like the design for, or try to throw a design to see if it'll work for the Where's Pavo game, you don't have to worry about HueForging it. All I need is just the image, a good, cool image that'll look nice. We'll edit in the Pavo, and Steve from HueForge is actually going to help use his mastermind to do the best HueForge possible. Between him and Ian Smalley, those guys are crazy good. And don't get me wrong, Additive Adam, Layer by Layer, Danny of Neokoi Prince. I actually know him. I don't know if anybody knew that. I know Danny from Neokoi Prince, the Danny. Yeah, it's kind of a big deal, but they're all awesome with it too. But you know, what's best? The guy that made the program. So we'll throw it at him, and he's going to do his best on what we can work out. So we'll HueForge it. We'll add the graphic. I just need basically a cool backdrop, a cool wallpaper, I guess. And I can use probably one of these, but I don't know. I need to stop being so overcritical. So, and there was one other question I was going to ask. Last week we touched on Rocky Mountain. We were going to do the 2 interaction things. And we'll get more on that, like I said, once we get the rapid TCT stuff out of the way. I did not know what I was going to ask. I was going to ask more. Okay, how about this? For future stuff, because, you know, there's not always, actually there is pretty much always going to be an event being planned, but I don't want this to be only about events. I want it to be, you know, me being able to actually converse with you guys, answer questions. Is there anything that you guys would like to see me talk about rather than just rambling on for an hour and a half and get some questions asked of events? Just an idea, like I say, because this is going to be a variety stream, we'll say. Little bit of structure. I usually have, at least coming into it, I have some ideas of what I want to try to get done. Last week I think was the most productive. This week actually has been pretty good too, because you guys have helped and modified things on the fly because you're ridiculously awesome. Hey, you know me too. Say it like you said, Danny. Steve, layer by layer. That guy, I know him. We're buds. We message each other. We share memes with each other. Yeah, that's. I'm usually not the bragging type, but I mean, I know Danny from Neokoi Prince, and I know Steve, layer by layer. Doesn't get much better than that. I mean, who can really say that they know both of those guys? Is that okay, Steve? If not, I'm sorry. I'll do better next week, so it seems more genuine. Oh, Steve. But yeah, other than that, I think anybody have any questions right now? Whether it doesn't have to be event related, but Polymaker related, things coming out that I maybe can hint at. I don't know. Anything that you guys want me to address or talk about for just maybe 10 minutes, and then we'll do a draw. We'll do the drawing for some filament. Steve is calling his grandma right now. How about one of these days I call my mom on stream? Who was it? Was it Steve? Was it you today? No, it was Silverback. Silverback was being mean, and I called my mom on speakerphone. She didn't really side with me though. Steven! Is there any way you can save a cart because I have left carts? They seem to time out. Macite. I can record that down, but are you available on Thursdays at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, typically? And normally I could save it. I could send it to Sean now, but they're in China, so I don't want things to get buried. We have the feedback hour. I don't know if you ever stopped by. If you're part of the Discord, Sean, who's I don't know his official title, manager of user research, user and marketing research. But he does feedback hour with Sean. So he'll address the questions, concerns, especially around the customer experience side. And that would 100% fall into that. And if it is something that can be done, and and I know I've heard people ask about it before, that's 100% a question to ask during feedback hour. Or if you can't make it, that's not a problem either. Support@polymaker.com. Email them and ask if it's something they can do. Like I said, Sean and Yuja both read through those and respond every time. But feedback hour would probably be really good, because at that point, what's nice with feedback hour is you suggest something and there's 10 to 15 other people in there and they all hop on board. Then it pushes the subject even more that, hey, there's multiple people just here right now that want that feature. And I've heard people talk about that before. Some of them like it just because they can save a cart and have it ready for when the sale code goes out. Which what the one thing I'm going to complain, I'm going to play woe is me for just a moment. Working for Polymaker, I no longer get that excitement of, somebody, there's a code on Modbot stream or Lil Moses' stream. It's 40% off. Let's go. And I mean, I know when they're coming now. It's not a surprise. But it was always, for me, it was always a rush. Because, then like same, you can't save that cart. So you're adding as much stuff as you can to it. And then you're percent off. It's like, okay. And then you're fighting yourself. Should I spend that much money? Yes, no. And then you order it anyway. Or a wish list. Yeah. Yeah, the saving cart I think would be a nice thing too. Yeah, Net 7. Yes, it's a rush. It really is. It's especially like, it's one thing. It's a rush either way. But if you're in the stream, of course, bam! All of a sudden, Nick pops in and says, "Hey, 42% off all orders right now." Is fun, but even more so when you have like all the friends that we make in the 3D printing community, and there's like a mass message, "Hey, so and so, Steve Builds is on. And Nick just put a discount code out." DJ Midnight Wolf, the last 40%. So there hasn't been one very often recently. The last one was 2 weeks ago on Meet the Polymaker. We celebrated 52 weeks in a row show, and we had 40% off. They only usually last for like 20 minutes. Like that one, I think I allowed it for 25 minutes. But yes, they do exist. They do happen. They can randomly happen to any of our partners' streams. They usually center around like big celebrations, but not always. Sometimes it can just be a random go. Sometimes there are requirements. A lot of times when Nick did it, now I didn't put any requirements on the show because it was a celebratory thing, and I made that call. But a lot of times it's like $150 minimum order, and then you get your 40% off, so you end up getting like $75. So you got to spend sometimes. Is the price okay? Hold on, what Macite, where are you at? I must have missed some major stuff here. Wish list. Is the price of Polymaker filament going up? As of right now, no. The tariffs are not affecting us at this point. I can't say they're not affecting the company, but we're gonna keep the prices where they are as long as we can. Now, can I say that, you know, in 6 months, 8 months, 12 months from now, there won't be any changes? No, but I can tell you right now, there's no plans currently to change pricing. Same with sales. There's still going to be some sales coming up. There's going to be a cool campaign going end of this month. Yeah, end of this month, beginning of April. I'll release more details of that soon. But codes never work for me. They always come. Frostbite, the way that anytime I go to finally purchase something, because I never like to pay retail. I always want a sale price, discount of some sort, wherever. And the second that I finally bite the bullet, the next day, whatever I bought is on sale or it's got a better sale. Nowadays, places price match and usually give you a refund, but not every place. Blue Dude, 23 Blue Dude. I think Bamboo Lab has a good method. Is that if you are logged in and add to cart items, they will email you what's in your cart. It would be nice if Polymaker did the same. So Polymaker does, like, it'll send a reminder out. Like if you leave stuff in your cart and you're signed into your account, it'll give you a reminder. Hey, you left stuff in the cart. I think I'm almost positive because I think I've got them myself when I was doing a work order. But another thing, for support at polymaker.com or come to the feedback hour. Feedback hours is always fun. You know, Sean's a great guy. He's entertaining. You know, you'll see me and him bicker and throw jabs at each other back and forth like we're brothers. Price goes up as their variety. So good to know. 1, 2, 3, 4. The price goes up as they up their variety and quality. Not necessarily. So the idea always is to become a more efficient formula, a cheaper formula. That way, then the prices don't have to change. Doesn't always mean that we're going to start reducing all the prices because we become more efficient. No, most companies, don't, especially if it's already affordable. But the goal is to make different filaments, different affordabilities. Obviously your specialties, yes, they're going to go up because the cost in the manufacturing does. But it won't mean that it's across the board. Again, we're trying to keep everything at where it's at. And then, we add something to that line. The R&D cost is ate by the company in hopes that color or that surface effect sells well. Just a typical business, but yeah, it's our goal is to not have to start upping prices or anything like that. You also get complete your purchase email with current cart. Okay, so I thought we did that. That's why. Yeah, there might be a timeout. There could be, but like I said, yeah, Sean, even if he doesn't know, he deals directly with the website team. I can message him. We all are interconnected as a whole entire company. Like I can message our president, I can message our R&D company and get a response, which is insane, especially for a bigger company. But yeah, that's where that feedback hour is awesome, because he can literally, there's times that he's taken something and then by the next week it's already implemented, or there's even times where I think a few weeks ago somebody had mentioned something, I don't know if it was a bug or something they wanted, and he messaged the website team and they had it done during his feedback hour. So it's to say that we listen, we definitely do. It's we'll say the proof is in the pudding. I can sell you on the idea that we're super community oriented, but really you can see it in everything we do, hopefully. Especially since that's my job, community manager. If you don't see it, then I'm failing somewhere. But yeah, the login definitely. I know it ties into that, because that way it knows the account and the email to email to. The Maca 23, no, not yet. We don't sell pudding yet. We are looking into it. Would you eat a teal colored pudding? And if you did, what flavor would it be? And by the way, filament you cannot eat, obviously. Micro Center has a candy 3D pen, 3D printing pen. It takes little like pellets of candy, and you can 3D print just like a normal 3D printing pen, and then eat it. As the old saying goes, Joel, actions speak louder than words, and Polymaker certainly walks the walk in that respect. Oh, thank you, Pete. I mean, I read it the way I did because I'm so used to sarcasm. I give sarcasm out a lot, so I get it a lot in return. And I was reading that like it was going somewhere sarcastic. Much appreciated. Seriously, thank you. But I want to see the proof. It would be real. It would be real flavored. Scratch and sniffing it. I commend. So the Airy one, they're not the only ones, but they did some scented filament. Number one, to try to smell your stuff while it's printing, that gets prevents the whole idea of trying to stay healthy and away from VOCs or anything else that may be emitted. But the smells don't last. That's even like I bought the pumpkin spice stuff from Cookie Cad, which they got it from, I think, Canadian Filaments. And it does. You open it, it smells great. When it's printing, you can smell a little bit, but after it prints, I mean, nothing. It's more of a cool look. I mean, it looks like a cappuccino. But if somebody can do one that stays, or just soak your print in essential oils, it'll smell whatever you want it to smell like. Boo auto teal flavor. So okay, just like orange is orange flavored, and purple is purple flavored. You guys in LDR are the two rock pillars of our community. Thank you, Pete. Now I hope that what I do helps. A real quick story, fun story. So when I took the position, of course, it was a huge career change from what I was doing to what I'm doing now. And I kind of had a taste of it doing contracting stuff with Polymaker. But the one bit of advice that Nick said was, just do what I do. And I think he said, and add your flair to it. And I hope that I'm doing it. Very, very big shoes to fill, metaphorically and literally. But I hope to, in doing well at it, and I hope to continue doing better. Wood PLA printing smells like it does, especially if it's the actual wood fill. Yes, it does. If anyone wants to know if some unicorn themed filament. Let's just say, so I guess unicorn themed, what does that mean? It's white. Most unicorns are white. But but color wise, I can't say much. There's a lot of colors. There's a lot of colors. Gradients seem to be popular these days. Rainbows seem to be popular these days. Here in a few months, you'll see a handful of stuff, maybe some new material. And that's as far as I can go on that one. That's Pete's baby. Celestial's clothes is satin rainbow, luminous rainbow. Jose is a don't lie. If I say it, I mean it, and that's because y'all were. No, yeah, Pete. I had the pleasure of meeting you at Rocky Mountain Rep Rap, and you are as polite in person as you are in chat. So I know you're the real deal for sure. Yeah, because so I have a horrible memory, but I remember random things. So of course, I remember you. I remember that you brought the was it Pet G, the transparent Pet G. What was it called now? The Nerf gun that we used. There was a name for it. See, that's what I say about my memory. I can remember certain parts. The Maraca, that's what it was. You can snap it. Okay, but anyway, it's almost an hour and a half in, so we're gonna get to the drawing here. So if you have not yet, type in "I am awesome" in chat. I'm gonna move this to giveaway. Boom. I should have the ticker on this thing. Oh no, because this is usually where the show. I haven't changed anything, so I just dumbed down the show scenes that I have. If anybody hasn't figured that out yet. Welcome in, PC_DC. You are awesome. Again, yeah, if you guys are in here and you hear my voice, Twitch only right now. Sorry, YouTube. I promise I've got to figure out. I'll get with the other partners. Liz, if you're still in here, what do you use for giveaways? Do you use StreamYard? Do you use something else? I think you use Stream Elements. Yeah, ideally that way we. Now it doesn't. The YouTube, even though it shows linked on our account, it still doesn't work. So Twitch, I am awesome. Just jump in there and then jump back out. Jump back into YouTube, and you still win. As long as you're watching it somewhere and I call your name, you win. If you do win, email me at joel.fin@polymaker.com. You'd think I'd make a hyphen or an exclamation point on that, but I haven't yet. Bang contact. Hold on. Let's see. Let's bang contact. Yep. Nope. Haven't added that one yet. I'll get it in there. But joel.fin@polymaker.com or discord.polymaker.com. Message me on the server if you are the winner. You can message me if you're not a winner. If you want to say hi, share some cool stuff, that's fine too. I check my messages as often as I can. Tulsa Skin, yes, you are awesome. Welcome in. We'll do that drawing here, 97. So look at that, a late start to a random Tuesday stream. You guys still support it. So you guys are all awesome. And before I draw, and before I ramble on for too much longer, and actually too, while I'm rambling, is if you weren't in here earlier, we have a really cool guest on Meet the Polymaker this Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. This same channel, the one you're watching right now, I do a show. If you didn't know that, I do a show every week. 54 weeks this week in a row. Not even missed one. Look at that. But anyway, the guest is going to be a gentleman that own and run Nala Props, and they have made props for the big guys: Avengers, Pirates of the Caribbean, Star Wars stuff, Mandalorian, Boba Fett, all that good stuff. And they're gonna be able to talk about some of it. So some of the newer stuff they worked on, they're not gonna be able to really talk about much. I don't know what they're gonna be able to show and everything. I'm not sure if they're in the prop shop or not, but it's gonna be really cool. I'm very excited to get to meet these guys and talk to them. And so get your community questions ready, because we'll still do community questions. The format doesn't change, but that is my rambling. I was trying to ramble and find somebody to raid to. Let's see here. Who we got printing? Who we got doing stuff? No, hey, there we go. Creature Sprint is online. I have not rated out have I ever rated out? I'll have to check. D, if you're watching, I'll have to check your list that you've made. Again, shout out to awesome community members. D over on our Discord, if nobody knows, create an entire Excel sheet of all the shows, all the guests, who we rated out to, who won the giveaway. Insane. I didn't even ask it. I never even I think I hinted at it of wanting to do it myself at some time in a hangout, and out of nowhere, oh, here, you want the list? Here you go. Gave it to me. So I can go back there. I can see if I ever actually rated Creature Spread, but that's what we're going to rate out to here as soon as we do this giveaway. We are not going to forget the giveaway. Oh, it might help if I do /raid. Raid. Oh my gosh. I know how to type. Channel is intended for mature audiences. Maybe she curses every now and then. It's not anything crazy. She runs our Polymaker education program. Of course, it can't be too crazy. We have someone developing a giveaway tool. It's awesome. Pezlas, I'm going to have to reach out to you. Actually, we need to talk anyway. I think we meant to do a meeting like last week. We'll be teasing. Okay, so I'll talk with you on that. But we're going to draw real quick before I miss out on this. We're at 101 entries. Awesome. So we're going to draw and we're going to win. We're going to win. We're going to win. Who's going to win? I'm not going to win because I didn't enter. Knitwolf78, congratulations. If you didn't hear earlier, email me at joel.fin@polymaker.com. or message me on Polymaker Joel on our Discord. You won yourself a spool of filament. And that's it. Like I said, Tuesdays are kind of random. Right now we're focusing on events. Any input from you guys is greatly appreciated, because there's always been community involvement in our boost ever since I've been involved with Polymaker, at least. And I love to keep that going. You guys are awesome. Have a wonderful night. I hope to see you Thursday at 7 p.m. for Meet the Polymaker. Other than that, tell Britt we said hello. Show her the love from Polymaker. And we'll catch you guys next time. Thank you.